virus that came about not so long ago has definitely had a huge impact on the mental state of most of the world. And in terms of these negative entities, it's much easier for these people to have a scientifically diagnosed illness, which is in the DSM-5, than for them to know the truth that they're actually being demonized, to use a colloquial term for that. Do you have any thoughts on that idea there?
Well, to some extent that's true. They go, oh, well, we know what this is.
Yeah.
When in reality, they don't know what it is.
No.
You know, uh, Especially with paranoid schizophrenia, which is the single biggest category of schizophrenia. It's these people who hear these voices,
Hmm.
and these voices speak incomplete sentences.
Yeah.
They're very destructive. They're very diabolical. Some of them are stupid. Some of them are very clever.
Hmm.
But they are consistently pouncing on the individual. And one thing I discovered also while I was working at the state hospital is that virtually every single schizophrenic who got attacked by these voices, after the voices left, they were completely drained of energy.
Hmm.
Just completely drained. Some of them said they could feel that energy leaving them.
Hmm.
But it appears that the voices have to turn the emotional state negative before they can take the person's energy. So
Yeah.
they're parasites. You
Parasites.
know,
Yeah.
they're energetic parasites. They're living beings.
Hmm.
And there's different kinds. There's some that are just act like demons.
How much money is in the pharmaceutical industry? Billions.
Billions. They're making billions of
Billions.
dollars every year selling these toxic antipsychotic drugs that
Exactly.
don't cure anything.
No.
They don't cure it. None of their drugs cure anything.
Yeah.
With schizophrenia, the antipsychotics is like it would be akin to giving a festering sore, like putting some anesthetic on it and then putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't cure anything. It's going to get worse. Now, what's so diabolical about it is if you believe the voices are hallucinations,
Hmm.
and that the only way to treat it is with these toxic chemicals.
Hmm.
you know, these people are being poisoned by these things. The only reason they work is that they're major tranquilizers. They calm the person down. They don't cure any chemical imbalance. They don't even know what the chemical imbalance is. They don't even know what the chemical balance of the brain should be.
Yeah.
They just made this up to sell drugs.
Absolutely.
And I believe it was Eli Lilly back in the 70s. When they came up with Prozac.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to tell the populace something. We don't know what the drugs, how they work, why they work. Well, we'll just make something up.
Yeah. Is schizophrenia in the DSM-5? Is that what it's called?
Oh shoot, yeah, yeah. They got all different versions of schizophrenia, and the DSM is completely made up. It's completely fabricated.
Hmm.
There is not one clinical test. There's no lab test. There's no kind of valid test in existence that will verify and substantiate objectively any one of those psychiatric diagnoses that they made up.
Hmm.
That's a conspiracy also. They make these diagnoses up. They assign them some number for billing purposes, and then the drug companies come up behind after the psychiatrists make up these diagnoses, and they create some kind of chemical they say treats it.
Hmm.
2/3 of the people who work on making up these diagnoses are working for have substantial ties to the drug industry.
Hmm.
They're being paid off by the drug industry. So they create these diagnoses. They cut up segments of human behavior, make them pathological, and then sign these numbers to them. They got like 300 of them in this DSM now, and they are increasing more and more every year. And from what I heard, they meet every few years, and they make up more of these
Yeah.
mental illnesses. They give them a diagnostic category so the psychologists and psychiatrists can bill insurance companies for them
Hmm.
for treating these things. And it's a sham. It's a